to it. We're going to move on to probably the exact opposite from that phone booth fight, to an outside fight and a more boring tactical fight. And that was Diego Pacheco versus Trevor McCumby, 168 pounders. This was on that Frisco card in Texas on the Zone. And Pacheco's the WBO #1. He fought a very, I know it's tactical, but a very smart, disciplined fight, right? Using his assets, his length, his height, using the jab, fighting on the outside, controlling distance, using range. McCumby, we saw him against Caliplant most recently. He's a tough, rugged, physical guy. At least he was in the Plant fight. And I just thought to myself, he fought the completely wrong fight, and they had the wrong game plan. There was no way he was going to outbox Diego Pacheco. He needed to find a way to get inside and make it ugly, make it rugged, make it physical, and he never did that. Now, he was cut in the second round of the fight. Maybe that, hurt his vision and took away some of his game plan and frustrated him. But I was frustrated watching this fight. It was extremely boring. I am a big fan of Diego Pacheco, and he gets the win, and we'll see him again moving on. But maybe it was just the style and the wrong game plan of McCumby that made it a stinker. How'd you see this one? What'd you make of it?
No, you hit it on the button. Come on. Again, movie referral, Rich. Analyze this. De Niro, when he was talking to Billy Crystal. You good, you. I'm saying to my son, you good, you. You hit it. Listen, I think part of the problem was McCumby. He didn't. I don't know if he had the confidence, ability, know-how, technical acumen, preparation for that, but he did not, to your point, have the right game plan, or he didn't execute it. He might have had it in his head, but there's a big difference between understanding it in your head and making it happen. Actually putting it on paper, putting it in the canvas, putting it out there, executing. I don't know, again, maybe, Mike Tyson, probably not the guy who invented the saying, but he gets credit for saying everyone's got a plan till they get punched in the nose. Then the plan goes out the window. I think part of that's at play here, where when McCumby saw how tall and how long and how difficult Pacheco was to get close to, and how you could pay a price to do that, I think that hurt him. I think it hurt him mentally. I think it stayed with I think it influenced him. It impacted him. And unfortunately, no one got through to him to get it out of him, where he had to take more risk. Yeah, you want to do it the right way. You do. You want to slip your head, get inside the long jab, bring your feet, use your jab. He didn't use the jab. I know the other guy's got the longer jab. He's supposed to have the better jab. But even though you're shorter, Mike Tyson, I'll stick with his name. When he was really Mike Tyson, he out-jabbed taller guys because he slipped it, he took their reach away, and he jabbed. There's a way to do it. You have to do it with the tall guys. You can't just look for the body punches. You can't just look for the power punch. You got to negate their jab. And one of the ways, or at least you have to, if you can't negate it, if you can't nullify that jab, you have to at least control it. And the way to control them dominating you with the jab is to use your jab. But McCumby didn't do that. And if you're going to come forward, it's better to come forward behind the cover, where the guy can't see you coming so easy and pick you apart. And that's the cover of a jab. McCumby didn't have that in his game plan. It didn't look like it. I don't know if they did in the gym. I don't know if they had the right spar partners to get ready for this. I don't know. It's almost like he was surprised by the difficult factor of Pacheco's style and size. It's almost like he didn't expect it. It's almost like he was like, oh, gee, I didn't know it was going to be this, where you should have known. At the end of the day, Either he didn't know how to do it, he didn't have the confidence to do it. Whatever it was, give credit to Pacheco, but he controlled the outside. He controlled the geography I always talk about, that he needs to have best use of his physical gifts. Give credit to one of the people I love in this business, Pacheco's trainer, Benavidez' father. He's given him an ID, his identity. A lot of tall guys don't know how to fight tall. Pacheco knows how to fight tall. He knows what to do with those God-given assets of long arms and height. And he controls the range really well. What he does have to continue to learn, I think he's still a work in progress. He's young. He hasn't fought a lot of signature fights, or he hasn't fought that real signature fight. He hasn't fought those fights yet that tell you how good he's going to be. He hasn't gotten there yet. He's on the doorstep of that. And I think to go through the door to get there, what he has to improve, he's got to do more off his jab. He's got to do more at the end of his punches. Yeah, he's controlling range beautifully, but he's got to learn to do more with that range. Whether it's to hook off your jab, bang, bang, or uppercut, bang, bang, or uppercut, bang, bang, and hook, whatever it is. But he's got to learn when you got that kind of range and height, and you got the guy at the end of it, which is what you want to do, you got to create more offense. You got to be more creative. You got to do more at the end of those punches. I think he's got to learn to be more productive offensively by still maintaining his advantage of height. He's got to learn to do that. And the one thing that he's got to learn is not load up on the right hand so much that when you miss it, you give up your height or you give up your position, where you can't come back with something else. He did that a few times. When he missed a big right hand, he wasn't in position balance to come back with something else. And if he was, he might have landed something else. Anyway, that's my breakdown.
Yeah, great breakdown. Unfortunately, not a great fight, but look forward to watching Diego Pacheco in his future fights. Like you said, great talent, great trainer.
Yeah, I love the way he carries himself too. And I love McCumby. He's a tough, rugged guy, like you said. He's a good puncher. He really showed a lot of heart and ability in the Plant fight. He wasn't able to show that. And styles make fights. It was a lot harder to show that. Plant was more cooperating with him, fought with him more. Pacheco, of course, fought on the outside, made it much more difficult for McCumby to show you what he's good at.